Have you ever stopped to think about the invisible shield that protects the live game you're streaming? Well, today we're going to dive into the hidden, high-stakes war against digital piracy. And this is a huge deal. It's an industry that costs creators over $75 billion a year. We're going to see exactly how your favorite sports make it to your screen safe and sound. Okay, just picture this for a second. The roar of the crowd, the massive floodlights. You've got the raw energy of 90,000 fans just packed into a stadium. I mean, this is where it all begins. It's a multi-million-dollar production, a totally unique, can't-miss live event. And then, somehow, all of that incredible energy, every single play, gets delivered flawlessly to the 6-inch screen right there in your hand. But how does that ridiculously valuable feed travel from the pitch all the way to your pocket without getting intercepted, copied, and illegally restreamed? Well, that is the billion-dollar question. So our journey starts right at the source. Before a single pixel even reaches your screen, it's already part of this massive coordinated production. So let's follow that signal right from the very beginning. You know, the sheer scale of this operation is just incredible. We're talking more than a dozen high-def cameras, we've got drones, even 360-degree cams capturing every possible angle. From major leagues like Italy's Serie A, all of these feeds are beamed via fiber to a central production hub. And in there, directors are cutting the action live, they're adding graphics, layering in commentary in a bunch of different languages, and this is all before it's ever sent out to the world. So, here's our roadmap. After the initial capture and production we just talked about, the feed moves into transcoding. That's where it's prepped for every phone, tablet, and TV out there. And then, finally, distribution. And let me tell you, it's in these last two stages where the real security magic happens. First up is the frontline defense. You can think of it as the digital armored truck for our content, digital rights management, or DRM. Its job is pretty simple. Lock the content down tight so only the people who are supposed to be watching can actually get in. What makes DRM so powerful is that it's proactive. It uses really strong encryption, like the AES 128 standard, to basically scramble the video stream into unreadable gibberish. Now, to unscramble it, your device needs a unique decryption key, and that key is only handed out after a licensed server checks and verifies that you're a legitimate paying subscriber. It's simple, really. No key, no game. But here's the thing. It's not a one-size-fits-all lock. Different ecosystems have their own special keys. So Google's Android and Chrome, they use Widevine. Apple devices use something called FairPlay, and Microsoft platforms use PlayReady. A modern streaming service has to support all of them, which is where these multi-DRM solutions from companies like Verimatrix come into play. They juggle all the keys for you. Now, DRM is fantastic at stopping things like downloading a file or sharing login details, but it has this one fundamental weakness, and it's called the analog hole. Basically, it boils down to this. If you can see it and you can hear it, you can record it. DRM can't stop someone from just capturing their own screen, and that's exactly why we need another layer of security. So if DRM is the big lock on the front door, this next layer, forensic watermarking, that's like the invisible DNA left on everything inside. It's not designed to stop the break-in, but it is designed to catch the culprit after the fact. The key word here is that watermarking is reactive. It doesn't block a thing. Instead, it embeds this unique, totally invisible code into your specific video stream. So if that stream ever pops up on an illegal site, companies can analyze the file, find that code, and trace it right back to the original leaker's account. Pretty clever, right? So how on earth does it do this? Well, one of the cleverest methods is called A/B segmenting. The system creates two nearly identical versions of every few seconds of video. There's an A version and a B version. As you watch, the server feeds you a totally unique sequence of these segments. So maybe your pattern is something like A, B, B, A, B, while the person watching next door gets a completely different one, like A, B, B, A. When you have millions of viewers, this creates a unique, traceable digital fingerprint for every single person watching. It's just ingenious. Companies like NAGRA and Synamedia are absolute masters of this stuff. And look, these aren't fragile little signatures. They are designed to be incredibly robust. They can survive being re-encoded, compressed, even someone just filming their TV screen with a phone. That watermark will still be there, just waiting to be found. Of course, the pirates aren't just sitting around. They've developed some seriously sophisticated ways to try and defeat these systems. So let's take a look at how they fight back. Okay, one of the most advanced techniques is what's called a collusion attack. This is a real team effort. You get several pirates, each with their own unique watermark stream, and they combine their feeds. By averaging all those different video patterns together, they're hoping to literally blur out the watermark, making it impossible to trace back to any one person. Another really sneaky tactic is CDN leeching. In this case, pirates attack the delivery system itself. They steal access tokens so they can pull the video directly from the Content Delivery Network, or CDN. So in effect, they're forcing the broadcaster to pay for the bandwidth that's delivering their own pirated stream. It's pretty bold. So what this all boils down to is a constant cat and mouse game. As the pirates evolve their attacks, the security side has to deploy an even broader arsenal of tools just to stay one step ahead. And this is where the reinforcements come in. You've got AI algorithms that are constantly crawling social media and pirate sites, looking for illegal streams and flagging them in seconds. You have player-level software that actively tries to block screen recording tools from even running. Access tokens are set to expire every few minutes to kill shared links, and geofencing walls off content by region. It really is a multi-layered defense. So, as we've seen, no single technology is a silver bullet. DRM, that's your preventative lock, but it's vulnerable to screen recording. Watermarking is the reactive detective, but it can't stop that initial leak. Then you have AI for real-time alerts and geo-blocking to enforce regional rules. Each piece of the puzzle has a very specific role to play, and they all have to work together. And that brings us to our final thought. This isn't a game with a final whistle. It's a continuous, evolving technological arms race. As streaming becomes even more central to how we watch everything, the battle to protect that content is only going to get more intense. So the real question is, who's truly winning? The protectors building higher and higher walls, or the pirates who just keep getting better at finding the cracks?